Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets traded higher on Wednesday, with the FTSE 100 outperforming after better than expected UK growth data, although moves are limited ahead of key US inflation data. DAX in Germany traded 0.1% higher, CAC 40 in France rose 0.1%, FTSE 100 climbed 0.6%. Britain's economy grew by a stronger than expected 2.1% in March from February, official data showed early on Wednesday, while gross domestic product shrank by 1.5% the first 3 months of 2021, when the country was under a third lockdown. The Bank of England said last week it expected the world's fifth biggest economy would recover quickly as coronavirus restrictions are lifted, to grow by 7.25% in 2021 as a whole. While welcome news, global stock markets have been threatening that this growth will result in a sharp jump in inflation, pushing central banks and the US Federal Reserve in particular into tightening their ultra-easy monetary policy earlier than they had previously guided for. Investors will thus be keeping a close eye on the US Consumer Price Index for April at 1:30 UK time, which is expected to grow 0.2% from the previous month, a 3.6% jump from last year. While the year-over-year reading will be distorted by base facts from last year's pandemic-induced plunge in energy prices, such a jump would be the largest since September 2011. Commerzbank stock rose 6.9% after the German lender swung to a first quarter profit, beating expectations, and Bayer stock climbed 3.2% after the German pharmaceutical giant reported a rise in net profit and upheld its outlook for the year. Ahold Delhaize stock rose 3.1% after the supermarket operator reported better than expected first quarter sales on the back of a strong performance online, and UniCredit stock rose 0.8% after new Chief Executive Andrea Orcel reorganized the Italian banking group's top management structure. TUIGn stock fell 1.5% after the world's biggest holiday company said that it had a total of 2.6 million bookings for this summer, 69% lower than it had at the time of year in 2019. Oil prices stabilized on Wednesday after a volatile few days, as a drop in US crude stockpiles reassured traders that the recovery in demand remains on track. US crude futures traded 0.9% higher at $65.85 per barrel. The Brent contract rose 0.9% to $69.11 per barrel, while gasoline futures on the New York Mercantile Exchange climbed 0.3% to $2.1452 per gallon. Gold futures fell 0.1% to $1,834.35 per ounce. On the FX front, the GBP is outperforming, depreciating by less today than other G10 currencies, helped in part by the data released this morning, highlighting the strong momentum for the economy heading into quarter two. Economists at Credit Suisse believe sterling's bullish tone can persist. They stick to a GBP EUR 1.1905 target, which also allows rooms for GBP USD to test the 2018 highs, just shy of 144. The quarter one GDP contraction of minus 1.5% was marginally less than the minus 1.6% consensus, helped by a stronger March GDP reading. The economy expanded by 2.1% in March, confirming the strength of the economy even before the first easing of the lockdown took place on 12th of April. High-frequency mobility data points to a notable pickup in activity in April relative to March, pointing to another strong bounce. This data today certainly argues that the rebound coming could well be stronger than the BOE expects. GBP has underperformed in quarter two to date, being the second worst performing G10 currency. We see scope for catch-up with the markets concluding the BOE outlook is too pessimistic, leading to sooner taper speculation and the prospects of short-term rates drifting further higher, helping support GBP. Euro-dollar has been under pressure as the dollar benefits from safe haven flows. Uptrend support at 120.38 should offer initial support, with the pair then moving back higher for a test of the 122.43 February high, as reported by Commerzbank. Intraday dips are indicated to hold around 119.65, and we look for the market to retest the 122.10 level. The dollar index was up 0.2% at 90.287, just above Tuesday's low of 90.13, seen for the first time since 26th of February. Dollar yen was at 108.83, while Aussie dollar was at 0.78. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.